Fire isn't just a thing. It is a violent event. It moves like it's hunting, devouring everything it touches. Today, we reveal the rarest anomaly in the universe. Look around you for a second. Our world feels so incredibly solid, doesn't it? We've got the ground beneath our feet, the water in our glasses, and the air we breathe. It all feels predictable. But then there is fire. It's weird, right? It moves like it's actually hunting for something. It devours whatever it touches. And it feels like it's breathing. For thousands of years, our ancestors called it a living spirit, or a fundamental pillar of the universe, alongside earth and water. But if you try to grab it, your hands close on nothing. If you trap it, it literally suffocates and dies. So, what are we actually looking at? It's not a solid, it's not a liquid, and it's not exactly a gas either. You might have heard people call it plasma, which is partially true for hot flames, but it's a mix of gases and dust. Those gases rush outward, violently crashing into the oxygen molecules in the air. This microscopic pileup releases a massive burst of energy. So, when you're staring into a cozy campfire, you aren't looking at a physical object. You are witnessing a violent, real-time chemical reaction. And that hypnotic, flickering yellow light, that's mostly just incandescence. It's tiny, glowing specks of carbon soot, getting so ridiculously hot. They start to glow, behaving exactly like the tungsten wire inside an old-fashioned light bulb. It's light born from pure heat. We usually think of fire as this universal force of nature. But honestly, fire is one of the rarest phenomena in the entire known universe. It's a total cosmic anomaly. You can't go to Mars and build a campfire to stay warm. There's no oxygen to invite to the party. You could strike a match on Venus until your fingers bleed, and absolutely nothing would happen, because the atmosphere is a thick soup of CO2. Even the sun, as fiery as it looks, isn't actually on fire. It's a giant ball of plasma powered by nuclear fusion, a different beast. To have a real flame, you need at least 16% oxygen. But oxygen is a chemical nightmare. It's incredibly reactive and loves to bind. The only reason Earth has enough oxygen to sustain a flame is because of life. About 2.4 billion years ago, life started pumping oxygen. Without life, there is no oxygen. And without oxygen, fire simply cannot exist. It's a uniquely living planet perk. But fire gets even weirder in space. On Earth, gravity makes flames teardrop-shaped, but in microgravity, fire forms perfect, eerie, glowing spheres. And here is cool flames. Scientists found that fuel can burn at low temperatures without producing visible light. It's a ghostly, invisible reaction. For millions of years, fire was just a terrifying disaster from a lightning strike. It was something to run away from. But then our ancestors, likely Homo erectus, did something insane. They didn't run, they captured it. Mastering fire changed everything. It gave us warmth and light, but the real game changer, it gave us the kitchen. Cooking food was a cheat code for evolution. It effectively pre-digested our meals, unlocking massive amounts of calories that were previously impossible to process. This gave our ancestors the extra energy needed to grow massive, complex brains. Fire literally rebuilt our biology. It shrunk our digestive tracts and expanded our minds. Fire was the architect of our very species. Think about the social impact. Before fire, the day ended when the sun went down. But fire created a second day. It gathered people around a central point, forcing them to communicate, share stories, and develop human society. We used it to melt rocks and forge tools Fire became the engine of our technology and the heart of our industry. From the Industrial Revolution to the modern age, fire shifted from a tool in our hands to a beast inside our machines. Every time you drive a car, you are managing thousands of tiny, controlled explosions every single minute. Our entire civilization is built on our ability to harness this one specific, violent chemical dance. From those first flickering embers in a dark cave to the roaring engines of a SpaceX rocket, it's all the same fire. We've moved from campfire stories to internal combustion engines, but the core reaction remains exactly the same. Thermal power plants still provide the vast majority of the world's energy, burning fuel to keep our lights on. So, the next time you light a simple candle or turn on your gas stove, take a second to really look at that flame. You're not just looking at a convenient light source or a tool. You're looking at a miracle of physics and biology. You're looking at a cosmic rarity, a biological miracle, and the very spark that started everything we know. All of that dancing on the tip of a simple wick. It's pretty wild when you think about it, isn't it? Fire is the bridge between the cold vacuum of space and the warmth of a human home, our greatest ally. It's the energy that propelled us from the Stone Age to the stars. And it's still here, hiding in plain sight. We've tamed the monster, but we must never forget its power. Fire is a gift from life to life, from those first flickering embers in a dark cave to the roaring, controlled explosions inside a SpaceX rocket. Our entire civilization is built on our ability to harness this one specific chemical dance. So, next time you light a candle, take a second to look at that flame. You're looking at a cosmic rarity, a biological miracle, and the very spark that started everything we know. All of that dancing on a wick. It's wild. Subscribe to Amazing Nearby for more wonders. It's pretty wild when you think about it, isn't it? Thanks for watching. Stay curious, and see you very soon.